इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेवतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। गोविंद बोलो गोपाल बोलो गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय। राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे। जय राधा गिरिधारी राधे जय राधा गिरिधारी राधे। जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा। जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा। जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भव तुम्हें। जगन्नाथ स्वामी नयन पथगामी भव तुम्हें। Jaya Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Gurudev. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. बोलो श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन। यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन। यमुना तीरावनचारी। यमुना तीरावनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। 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 नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयम् उदीरयेत। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीम् उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं सागरजातं सहगना रघुनाथान्वितां तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगना ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तबिंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा welcome everyone in Bhagavad Gita class. So we have reached, we are in chapter 4, we have completed 7.12 till 7.12. So not 7.12, 4.12. So we'll be starting today from 4.13 onwards. In 4.12, Lord Krishna has explained the difference between Lord Krishna and demigods. So what is demigod? What is Lord Krishna? So as explained in Prabhupada has explained in 4.12 that demigods are many and Lord Krishna is only one. There is only one God and there are many demigods. Demigods are part and parcel of Lord Krishna, of Supreme Lord, and Supreme Lord or Lord Krishna is Supreme Whole. Demigods always worship Supreme as obedient servants. All demigods are top class Vaishnavas. Whom they worship? They worship Lord Sri Krishna as Supreme Proprietor, as Supreme Personality of Godhead, as Supreme Whole, Super Soul. And Lord Krishna is supremely worshipable. Lord Krishna doesn't worship anyone, any demigod or any person or any particular object. But Lord Krishna is worshipped by everyone. All the demigods, all the living entities, non-living entities are created by Supreme Whole, are created by Supreme. And Lord Krishna is Supreme Creator. So Lord Krishna is known as a Supreme Creator. He has created everything. Aham sarvasya prabhu. Mattah sarvam pravartate. I am the originator of spiritual world, material world, everything. All the planets, entire world, universe is manifested by me only. I am the cause of all the causes. Demigods exist within material nature. So where they stay? Demigods, they stay in material nature. But Lord Krishna, although Lord Krishna has created the entire world, entire material world, entire spiritual world, but He is beyond these creations. He is above all these creations. He is aloof from all these creations. All these creations does not bind Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna is free. He is aloof from each and everything, whatever he has created. Three modes of material nature doesn't apply to Lord Krishna. Demigods are delegated with various grades of power to manage the affairs of the universe. So demigods are handling different departments given by Lord Krishna. Like Indra is taking care of rain, Varun taking care of water. Okay, so likewise the different demigods are handling Vayu Devata and taking care of Vayu. All these demigods have been assigned some tasks by Supreme Person, that is Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. Whereas Lord Krishna, as Supreme Controller, is handling, taking care of everything. Whatever is created, the controller is only Lord Krishna. So Lord Krishna is known as Supreme Controller. Demigods are subordinate to the will of Supreme. So whatever Supreme Lord Krishna wants, demigods perform it. Demigods are part and parcel of Supreme Person, and they are subordinate to the will of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Whereas Lord Krishna doesn't depend on anything, anybody's will. Wherever he wants, he manifests him. He incarnates as and when required. So Lord Krishna is supremely independent. He is not dependent on anything. So Lord Krishna is free, aloof. He is independent. Although he has created everything, but he is aloof from it. All these creations. So all these creations are material. And demigods and all living entities, non-living entities belongs to these material natures. So whatever activity they perform, it belongs to three modes of material nature. What is three modes of material nature? Satogun, Rajogun, Tamogun. Goodness, passion, ignorance. Or whatever activity you perform will belong to these three modes of material nature. Goodness, passion, and ignorance. Demigods have material bodies, hence subject to birth, old age, disease, and death. So demigods get material body. They are bound to die. They are subject to change. Their body is subject to change. Their body is material. But Lord Krishna's body is completely spiritual. No birth, no death, old age, and disease. So these all four things doesn't apply to Lord Krishna. Although he has created everything, but he is free from all these diseases. Lord demigods come under the influence of the three modes of material, different extents. But completely, Lord Krishna is completely beyond the influence of the three modes of material nature. So demigods comes under the three modes of material nature, but Supreme Controller, Lord Sri Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead, is independent of all these creation, of all these material modes of nature. Demigods are temporary post. But Lord Sri Krishna is eternally the same Supreme Lord. He is eternal. He is the same Supreme Lord. He is Supreme Lord for today, tomorrow, yesterday, and for n number of years. For n number of years, he will be Supreme Lord only. It is not like he is there for this particular yuga, for some particular period of time, 1,000 number of years, 2,000 number of years. No. Demigods are bound. So it is a post. Like you are promoted in your office for some particular post. So when you are promoted, don't think that you are promoted for lifelong. No, getting a particular post for a particular period of time. You may get retired after that. But here, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna, never retires. His incarnation, his body, his speech, everything is eternal. That's why the devotees love Vrindavan. Why? They go there and they think about Lord Krishna's childhood pastimes. And there, it is eternal. So those who are devotees, those who are in ecstasy, those who are in pure devotional service, they can go to Vrindavana and still feel the presence of Lord Sri Krishna. His all activities are as it is, eternal. Only the thing is, it requires pure love, pure devotional service. Today also you can go to Vrindavana and you can feel it. And devotees go time to time, or they live there only, and they go in some particular Kartik month, okay, different time they go and they spend some time in Vrindavan. Okay, so Lord Krishna's everything is eternal. If you think about him as a childhood, he is there. If you think about him as a cowherd boy, he is there. You can see, you would go and see, you can feel, but it requires lot of pure devotional service. Only that is the difference. Otherwise, uh, Lord Krishna is Lord Krishna. He is Supreme Person. So demigods are incomparable with Supreme Lord. So now we'll start from 4.13, verse number 13. Verse number 13, 4.13. Chaturvarnyam maya srishtam gunakarma vibhagasah tasya kartaram apimam vedya kartaram avyayam. According to the three modes of material nature and the work associated with them, the four divisions of human society are created by me. So Lord Krishna is saying, according to the three modes of material nature and work associated with them, I have divided the human society in four divisions. And although I am the creator of the system, you should know that I am yet the non-doer, being unchangeable. It doesn't affect me. So all these are creations by me only. But I am aloof from it. I am independent from it. So whatever you perform activity, it belongs to three modes of material nature. But whatever I perform, it is eternal. It doesn't belong to three modes of material nature. So that's what Lord Sri Krishna, is trying to explain Arjuna. Oh Arjuna, I have created everything. But whatever I am performing, it doesn't belong to three modes of material nature. Oh Arjuna, whatever you are performing, it belongs to three modes of material nature. So you are in the form of Nara and I am in the form of Narayan. I am Narayan and you are Nar. Although you are fortunate enough, you are devotee as well as friend of mine. Okay, so that's why I am telling you all these important aspects of life. I am telling you Bhagavad Gita so that through Arjuna, the entire world can read it, listen it, and take the benefit of Gita, Bhagavad Gita, and they go back to Godhead. So Lord Krishna creates Varnashrama dharma so that people could purify themselves. So Varnashrama dharma has been created by Lord Krishna. Keep in mind. Why he has created? So that normal, ordinary human being, living entities can take the advantage of these Varnashrama dharma, can follow these Varnashrama dharma and can get out of these three modes of material nature. So there are stages. So Lord Krishna doesn't belong to any of these classes because he is the creator, not a conditioned soul. So Lord Krishna is not a conditioned soul. We are living entity, we are conditioned soul. Whatever activity we perform belongs to three modes of material nature. But Lord Krishna is supreme. He is supreme controller. He is supreme personality of Godhead. He has created everything. But he is not, he is independent of all this. He is not dependent. He doesn't want to do something from which he gets some fruit. No, he is independent. He is Atmaram. Lord Krishna is also known as Atmaram. Okay? So Lord Krishna doesn't belong to any of these classes because he is the creator and not a conditioned soul. So Varnashrama dharma has been divided on the basis of guna and karma. Guna and karma. And who is the creator? Lord Krishna. So Lord Sri Krishna in the battlefield of Kurukshetra explaining to Arjuna that Arjuna, oh Arjuna, I have created these Varnashrama dharma for these societies so that they can take the advantage. Although they have taken birth in this material world, but they can follow the Varnashrama dharma and they can become pure devotee. Okay, so what is this for Varnashrama dharma? Vaishnava, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Okay, so Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. There is one more, Vaishnava. So Vaishnavas are higher than Brahmana. So those who are the devotee of Lord Krishna, Narayana, they are known as Vaishnava. So Vaishnavas are above than Brahmana. So Brahmanas comes under the modes of goodness. Kshatriyas comes under the mode of passion. Vaishyas comes under the mode of passion as well as ignorance. Whereas Sudras comes under the mode of ignorance. And Vaishnavas are known as higher than Brahmana. They are above Brahmana. So first at top, Vaishnava, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Sudra. So these are the divisions created by Lord Krishna for the benefit of society. So Vaishnava, higher than Brahmana. Vaishnavas are known as higher than Brahmana. So Brahmana by quality is supposed to know Brahman. Who is known as Brahmana? The one who has knowledge of Brahman. Who is Brahman? Lord Krishna is Brahman, the supreme absolute truth. But most of them approach only the impersonal Brahman. They call themselves as Brahman, but they don't have no idea about Brahman. They do not have knowledge about Krishna. If one calls him as Brahmana but doesn't know about Brahman or Lord Sri Krishna, about the absolute truth, about the supreme personality of Godhead, he is not a Brahman. He cannot be called as Brahman. Okay, so Brahman by quality is supposed to know Brahman, the supreme absolute truth, but most of them approach only the impersonal Brahman. So they don't want to obtain Krishna. They don't love Krishna. They want to merge into the effulgence of Brahma Jyoti. So most of them approach only to Brahma Jyoti, effulgence of Brahma Jyoti. The one who transcends limited knowledge and reaches knowledge of spark is a Vaishnava. What is the limited knowledge? If you know that there is an impersonal Brahman, effulgence of Brahma Jyoti, so that is incomplete knowledge. But if you know Lord Krishna, that Lord Krishna's activity, Lord Krishna's birth are transcendental, then you have complete knowledge. I am not this body, I am soul. Then you have the complete knowledge. Lord Krishna is supreme personality of Godhead. Lord Krishna is Supremo. He is the supreme controller. This knowledge is complete knowledge. Then you will be called as Vaishnava. So this is the knowledge of a Vaishnava. For Vaishnavas, whatever he thinks about Krishna. Whatever he does, he does. He does it about Krishna. He does it about the service of Krishna. See, he had surrendered his entire life activity unto the lotus feet of Lord Krishna. He only works for the service of Krishna. He only loves Krishna. He has love, he uses his love for Krishna. Krishna consciousness includes knowledge of all different plenary expansions like Lord Brahma, Rama, Nishima, etc. If one is Vaishnava, he knows about Rama, Nishima. He knows that these are all incarnations of Narayana, Lord Krishna. So he loves Krishna. So the one who has knowledge about absolute truth, he has knowledge about all the incarnations too. Lord Krishna and one in Krishna consciousness is transcendental to all divisions of society. He doesn't belong to Brahman, he doesn't belong to Kshatriya, he doesn't belong to Vaishya, he doesn't belong to Shudra. He is a Vaishnava above all these Varnashrama systems. So Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya and Shudra. So what is the purpose of this system? Elevate from animal status to human status. We are in animal status at present. Why we are animal status? You compare yourself with animal. So whatever animals are doing, we are also doing same thing. So what they are doing? What animals are doing? Eating, mating, defending. What we are doing? Eating, mating, defending. So what is the difference between animal and human life? That's why Prabhupada has said, rightly said, that we are not better than animals. The purpose of this system is elevate one from animal status to human status. People could purify themselves by regulating desire. So that desire is a great problem. It's a very big problem in this material life. We have desire, but we don't have desire for Krishna. We have desire for ourselves. We want to just fulfill our desire. We don't want to fulfill desire of Krishna. So our birth is for Krishna. But whenever we desire for ourselves. We are selfish. We have forgotten Lord Krishna. That Lord Krishna is supreme controller. We don't believe. We don't have faith. We have lost our trust on Krishna. So process of purification for one whose material desire inhibits him from directly approaching Krishna. So if you are following the Varnashrama system, you can directly approach Krishna. You can directly approach the Krishna. Systematically develop Krishna consciousness. So these are the different four divisions of society which Krishna has created for the benefit of society. 4.14. So Krishna is free from all material attachment, hence unaffected. Although Krishna has everything belongs to Krishna, but Krishna is aloof from it. So verse number 14, 4.14. Na mama karmani limpanti, na me karma phale spriha, iti mamayo bhijanati, karma virna sabadhyate. Although Krishna has created everything, but he is independent from it. So there is no work that affects me. Lord Krishna is saying, Arjuna, oh Arjuna, there is no work that affects me. Nor do I aspire for the fruits of action. One who understands this truth about me also does not become entangled in the fruitive reactions of work. The one who has this knowledge, the one who has knowledge about my activity, the one who has knowledge about my appearance, he is free from the material nature. He has actual knowledge. He has actual knowledge. There is no work that affects me. I'm not working. You are working. Living entities are working for some material desire. But I'm not working. I'm not bounded by any desire, any fruits of action. So I'm independent. Although I've created everything. So who is Lord Krishna? Lord Krishna is creator of Varnashrama dharma. But Krishna, Lord Krishna, controller, supreme controller, is unaffected by activities of material world. Like how Krishna is independent? Krishna has created everything, but he is independent. Like king makes rule, but the rules are not for king. So kings can break the rules. King can break the rules. They can break the rules, but they may not be breaking for the benefit of common people. Because if king start breaking the rule, subject will follow. Praja will follow. If king is doing mistake, Praja will also follow king. My king is doing wrong things, so why should I not? So this is the understanding. Lord Krishna, although Lord Krishna has created everything, but he is independent from it. Kings make rule, but king is independent from those rules. Like proprietors, those who are big boss, they are not responsible for workers' mistake. Okay, see, they are independent of activities of workers. If the worker makes a mistake, it is not the problem of proprietor. Proprietor is independent from workers. He has given free will to worker. You work according to you, but these are the rules you follow. But if you break the rules, you will be punished. Like we do mistake and we suffer. We do right things. We do hard work. We earn. We enjoy. But if we do mistake, we also suffer. So in this activity, there is a duality. Duality means what? Happy, unhappy, up, down, sorrow, profit, loss. Okay, so these are the duality. These are the dualities. Krishna is aloof from material actions and reactions. So his actions are independent from the three modes of material nature. So there is no question about reaction. His action is independent. His action itself is independent from the activities of material nature, modes of material nature. So how come reaction? What? There is no question of reaction. So like our activities are dependent on three modes of material nature. So if you act, there may be some reaction. It may be good or it may be bad, but there will be reaction. When the activities of Lord Krishna is independent from three modes of material nature, so there is no question of reaction. So results of not understanding Lord Krishna's nature, understand law of karma and doesn't get entangled. See, if you understand the Supreme Controller, if you understand the activities of Lord Krishna, you can understand the law of karma and doesn't get entangled. If you don't understand Lord Krishna's nature, thinks activities of Lord Krishna to be mundane and gets entangled. Okay, so few people say that Lord Krishna's activities are mundane. So you do not have any knowledge. If you treat Lord Krishna as ordinary person, it means you have zero knowledge. You have zero knowledge. Whereas Lord Krishna is a supreme controller. His activities are independent of three modes of material nature. Although he has created everything, but he is aloof from it. Keep in mind. So Krishna is aloof from material actions and reactions. Lord is not interested in any kind of material happiness. Even heavenly planets, just like a proprietor, is not interested in the low grade happiness of the worker. Boss is boss. So boss is not interested in the enjoyment of workers. Example, rains not responsible for different types of vegetation. Although without rains there is no possibility of vegetative growth. Okay, the plants, the trees, all these things are dependent on rain, but rain is not dependent on them. So workers are dependent on proprietors. Proprietors are not dependent on workers. Okay. Similarly, Lord Krishna has created everything. We are dependent on Krishna, but Krishna is not dependent on living entity. So Krishna is aloof from it. Lord only gives facilities through material nature. Living entity is responsible. Reference Vedic Smriti. Lord is only supreme cause. The immediate cause is material nature. But the one who knows the Lord Krishna's incarnation, activities, transcendental activities, he believes that everything is dependent on Krishna. So Lord Krishna is supreme cause. Immediate cause is material nature. In Vedanta Sutra, Lord is never partial. It is said Lord is never partial to any living entity. But living entity is responsible for his own acts. Lord only gives the facilities through material nature. So Lord Krishna is a facilitator. He has given everything. Oh, living entity. Oh, Arjuna. These are all given by me. You enjoy. But simultaneously you do bhakti. You do pure devotional service. So that after this birth, you may be liberated. You may not entangled in the cycle of birth and death. So the Lord Krishna is explaining to Arjuna. That is 4.14. 4.15. 4.15. एवं ज्ञात्वा कृतं कर्म पूर्वैरपि मुमुक्षुभिः कुरु कर्मैव तस्मात् त्वं पूर्वैरः पूर्वतरं कृतम्. All the liberated souls in ancient times acted with this understanding of my transcendental nature. Therefore, you should perform your duty following in their footsteps. Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna, oh Arjuna, in ancient times, those who were devotees, they followed, they understood my nature. So you can also follow in their footsteps. You can understand my nature and act accordingly. You fight, but you surrender unto me. Once you surrender unto me, whatever activity you do, it becomes transcendental, it becomes eternal. You will be free from all sinful reactions. Once you surrender unto me, your activity, your action, it will be purified. Sinful reactions will not touch you. There will be no sinful reactions. There is action, there is no reaction. Like in material world, we have happy, unhappy, profit, loss. In Goloka Vrindavan, there is no unhappy, there is no loss. Always people are happy. Why? They have surrendered themselves unto the lotus feet of Supreme Lord Krishna. The Supreme Lord's feet is not a normal feet, it is a lotus feet. So all we have to surrender unto the lotus feet of Lord. This should be our prime objective. We have to surrender unto Supreme Lord, lotus feet of Supreme Lord. So Srila Prabhupada used to say, chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. So in verse 15, previous liberated souls perform their Varnashrama dharma for Krishna's pleasure. Although they are liberated souls, they do not need to perform all the Varnashrama dharma, but they do it for common people. Okay, it is like king. If king is following Varnashrama dharma, subject will also follow. Okay. So there are two classes of men: materially polluted and freed from material contaminations. Krishna. So those who are materially polluted, they take to Krishna consciousness for gradual cleansing process. And those who are freed from material contaminations, Krishna consciousness person may act to set an example. So those who are devotee, they don't just go to non-devotees say and oh, you are doing wrong, this is wrong, that is wrong. You perform Krishna conscious services, surrender unto lotus feet of Krishna. Okay, so this is not the right way. This is not the right way. If you are directly hurting someone, they may not follow in future Krishna consciousness. But if you are following it properly, you have surrendered unto the lotus feet of Krishna. So slowly people observe you and they come to the Krishna consciousness. They say, oh, he is a devotee, he is a Hare Krishna wala, he is very happy. What he is doing? He is just chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. 24 hours. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Whoever comes, whoever meets, handshake, they say Hare Krishna. So every time, every moment, every second, they have devoted for Lord Krishna. So if you are following this way, those who are observing you, they will follow under the footsteps of Lord Krishna. So Krishna consciousness is beneficial to both. Those who are materially polluted, and they follow the Varnashrama system, slowly they are purified. So Lord Krishna is advising Arjuna, oh Arjuna, retiring from battlefield and sitting aloof, making a show of Krishna consciousness is very, very less important. You are a Kshatriya. Your duty is to fight. Your duty is to protect society from adharma, irreligion. If you are renouncing all these things and going to forest, this is wrong. If you are thinking it, it is very, very less important knowledge. Follow footsteps of previous disciples. Engage in the discharge of duties adopted by Lord Krishna. Follow Sun God Vivaswan. I have told first Gita to Sun God Vivaswan. And so Sun God Vivaswan is giving sunlight to everyone. Maybe a thief also. Maybe a devotee, sant, saint, saintly persons. So sunlight is everywhere. Sunlight is everywhere. He is my devotee. He is spreading this light of knowledge everywhere. He is not thinking this is the good place, this is the bad place, I will not go to bad place. No. It is sunlight is equally spreaded across the globe. Everyone is taking the advantage of sunlight. So Sun God is my devotee. He is following my order. Before you, I told Sun God, Bhagavad Gita. So this is the Lord Krishna's instruction. Oh Arjuna, don't leave battlefield. So this is you are doing show off, just for show off. I am very kind. I am a devotee. I will not kill all these people. They are my relatives. They are my family members. No, they are aggressors. They are aggressors. Who are the aggressors? Those who kill someone with danger weapons. Those who captures others' wife. Okay, those who are heading society towards danger, in danger situation, they are aggressors. They should be the one who sets fire of another's house. They are aggressors. They should be killed immediately. They should be removed from the society immediately. Otherwise, they will destroy the society. So you are a Kshatriya. This is all your job. If you renounce and go to forest, everywhere all these destroyers of society, they will destroy completely the society. What will happen then? As a Kshatriya, you are leaving the battlefield. So this, even if you are thinking leaving the battlefield from your duty, this is the very, very less important knowledge. Oh Arjuna, take your Gandiv and fight. So this is the Lord Krishna's clear instruction to Arjuna. Oh Arjuna, get up and fight. Then 4.16 to 4.24. Summary. Understanding karma on the platform of jnana, transcendental knowledge. Understanding karma on the platform of jnana. So if you have jnana, understand karma. Based on that, so you have knowledge. Arjuna has knowledge, but the place where he is using his knowledge is wrong place. Is wrong place. And the knowledge is saying that, oh Arjuna, don't do karma, just leave battlefield and go to forest. So this is the wrong thing. You are using knowledge, jnana, at wrong place. Okay, so understanding karma on the platform of jnana, that is known as transcendental knowledge. So knowledge about Krishna is transcendental knowledge. Body of Krishna is transcendental. Activity of Krishna is transcendental. Knowledge about Krishna is transcendental knowledge. So from 4.16 to 24, it is said, activities in service of Krishna are akarma. Activities in service to Krishna are akarma. Akarma means there is no attachment to fruits of action. So actions without reactions. So if you are working for Krishna, sinful reactions will not touch you. A person active with mind and intelligence, free from sense gratification, without a sense of proprietorship, accrues no sinful reactions. Free from dualities. Dualities means what? Happy, unhappy, sad, profit, loss. All these are duality. Okay, so you may get profit 10 times, but at 11 times there are chances you may get loss also. That's why whatever activity you are doing, do it for Krishna. Surrender unto, offer fruits to Krishna. Whether you get profit, it is the mercy of Lord Krishna. If you get loss, it is the mercy of Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna has put me in this situation. It is the plan of Krishna. So if you understand this, this is known as transcendental knowledge. Free from dualities and envy, satisfied in both success and failure. Okay, if it is success, mercy of Krishna. If it is failure, mercy of Krishna. This should be the proper understanding. So this kind of knowledge is known as transcendental knowledge. One will attain the spiritual kingdom by this transcendental knowledge. Thus Krishna has explained how karma can be seen as jnana. How karma can be seen as jnana. So don't be attached to karma. Don't be attached to fruits of action. That is known as akarma. Verse number 16. Kim karma kim akarmeti kavayoPyatra mohita tatte karma pravakshami yajagyatva mokshase shubhat. Even the intelligent are bewildered in determining what is action and what is inaction. Now I shall explain to you what action is, knowing which you shall be liberated from all misfortunes. Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna, explaining Arjuna, oh Arjuna, what is action, what is inaction. Now I will tell you what is action, what is inaction. So Krishna explains how to perform a karma. Krishna is explaining in verse number 16 how to perform a karma. Kim karma kim akarmeti. Kim karma, that is action. Kim akarmeti, that is inaction. So what is action? What is inaction? Kavayo pyatra mohita. Tatte karma pravakshyami yajgyatva mokshase sukha. So once you understand this kind of knowledge, you will be freed from all asubh, from all misfortune. You will be liberated from all misfortune. Lord Krishna is explaining Arjuna. Lord Krishna explains difference between karma, akarma, and vikarma. So karma is something where you are attached. You are following, you are going as per the rules, as per the scripture, as per sadhu, as per shastra instruction. You are following the scripture, but you are attached to the fruits of action. That is known as karma. So from karma comes karma kanda. So karma kanda means you are doing for your profit, for your own benefit. You are following Veda, you are following scriptures, you are following sadhu, you are following shastra. So guru, sadhu, shastra. You are following all these things, but you are attached. That is known as karma. Akarma means not karma. Akarma means not karma, means you are doing activity according to scriptures, injunctions, but you are not attached to the fruits of action. That is known as akarma. And vikarma is like vidharmis. Those who are vidharmi, they are not following guru, sadhu, shastra. The injunctions, scriptures, they are not following any shastra. They are just doing it like a rakshasa. Demons are doing for their own benefit, and they are not following any. They are demons. They are simply demons. So why Lord explains Arjuna? Even most intelligent man get bewildered on this path. Most intelligent, the one who has knowledge but not surrendered unto the lotus feet of Krishna, chances that he will get bewildered. He will be bewildered someday. So Lord's causeless mercy, Krishna directly explaining to Arjuna so that his devotees can understand. So Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna, but on behalf of Arjuna, through Arjuna, he is giving message to the entire world, entire universe, to the entire society of living entity. So this is the Lord's causeless mercy. So Lord, like a father loves his all children. Parents love their all children. Son, daughter, maybe less qualified, highly qualified. So parents love their children equally. And he is the supreme parent. Lord Krishna is supreme father, mother. So he has causeless mercy for the entire universe. So we are all son of Lord Krishna. So Krishna directly explaining Arjuna, but it is the for benefit of entire universe. Only action performed in Krishna consciousness can deliver a person. Okay, so whom should we follow? We should follow Arjuna, because Lord Krishna is instructing Arjuna. So Arjuna is so fortunate that he is hearing directly from Krishna. And Krishna's causeless mercy is that Krishna, through Arjuna, telling to entire universe. Krishna, Lord Arjuna is a devotee as well as friend. That's why Krishna has chosen Arjuna. Krishna cannot choose any ordinary person. So Arjuna is a nurse here in the form of Nar, and Krishna is Narayan. And Lord Krishna, Narayan has chosen Nara. Why? Because he is a devotee as well as friend. That's why Lord Krishna is telling Arjuna Gita. So Krishna has told Arjuna entire Bhagavad Gita. Why? Because he is a friend as well as devotee. Now, it is the mercy of causeless mercy of Lord Krishna that we can hear it, we can read it through Arjuna. So if you want to listen, if you want to implement, if you want to in your life Bhagavad Gita, you have to become like Arjuna. Then only you will be able to interpret and understand. So Bhagavad Gita should be understood from devotee first. If you are not a devotee, you hear it from devotee. If you are a devotee, then also you hear it from devotee. Otherwise, whatever interpretation will be there, that will be wrong. You will misinterpret. Not today, tomorrow, but someday you will misinterpret and you will get bewildered, you will be frustrated and you will leave everything. No, I don't want to read all this. That's why hear it from authority. So Guru, Sadhu, Shastra, spiritual Guru, spiritual masters are actually authorized person from whom we can listen and we can then read and we can interpret. Now, whatever question we have, you can ask. Okay, so no one can manufacture religious principles by imperfect speculations or experimental knowledge. Dharmam tu sakshad, 6.3.19. Dharmam tu sakshad Bhagavad pranitam. Na vai vidur rishayo na pi deva. Na siddha mukhya asura manushya kuto nu vidyadhar charanadaya. So religious principles are enacted by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Only God has right to make principle, to make religious principles. No one else can make it by experimental knowledge or through philosophy or by any means. Only Lord Krishna is authorized to make the religious principles. Dharmam tu sakshad pranitam. So Lord Krishna is Sakshat Dharma. Although fully situated in the mode of goodness, even in the great rishis who occupy the topmost planets cannot ascertain the real religious principles, nor can the demigods or the leaders of Siddhaloka. Whatever demigods, Siddhaloka leaders, they are not authorized to form a religious principle. Only God, Supreme Lord, Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Supreme Proprietor, Supreme Controller, the possessor of all the opulences, is authorized for making the religious principles. Dharmam tu sakshad Bhagavad pranitam. And avoid independent work, otherwise work causes bondage. You don't just take Bhagavad Gita and read at home alone and interpret whatever you want. No, before reading, first hear it from spiritual guru, from Shiksha Guru, from Diksha Guru, from authorized person, from a devotee, from the association of pure devotees. Then you read Bhagavad Gita, you will understand, and if you have any query, you can ask to spiritual guru, to Shiksha Guru, to Diksha Guru, to avoid independent work, otherwise work causes bondage. Perform actions under directions of authorized person in parampara. Mahajano yena gatah sa pantha. Mahajano yena gatah sa pantha. Who are the Mahajanas? Who are the Mahajanas? Mahajanas are like Brahma, Shiva, Narada Muni, Manu, the four Kumaras, Kapila, Prahlad, Bhishma, Sukdev Goswami, Yamraj, Janaka Maharaj, and Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj. These are the 12 Mahajanas. We should follow the footsteps of these four Mahajanas, 12 Mahajanas. So if you are acting in Krishna consciousness, or only Krishna consciousness can deliver a person. And this knowledge is given by Krishna to Arjuna, through Arjuna to the entire universe, to the entire world. Mahajano yena gatah sa pantha. These are the 12 Mahajanas. These are the 12 Mahajanas. Mahajano yena gatah sa pantha. In Mahabharata, Varna Parva, one Parva, 13.117. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Leela, 25.57. Tarkopatishta srutayo vivinna nasavarishirayasya matam na bhinnam dharmasya tattvam nihitam guhyam mahajano yena gatah sa pantha. Dry arguments are inconclusive. Tarkopatishta srutayo vivinna. Dry arguments are inconclusive. A great personality whose opinion does not differ from others is not considered a great sage. Simply by studying the Vedas, which are variegated, one cannot come to the right path by which religious principles are understood. The solid truth of religious principles is hidden in the heart of an unadulterated, self-realized person. Consequently, as the Shastras confirm, one should accept whatever progressive path the Mahajanas advocate. So you should follow under the footsteps of Mahajanas. Mahajano yena gatah sa pantha. Gatah sa pantha. In 6. Srimad Bhagavatam 6.3.2021. 12 Mahajanas. Swayambhur Narada Sambhuha Kumara Kapilo Manu Prahlado Janako Bhishmo Balir Vaisakir Vayam Dodasayate Vijanimo Dharmam Bhagavatam Bhatah Guhyam Visuddham Durbodham Yama Gyatvartam Asnute. Lord Brahma, Bhagwan Narad, Lord Shiva, the four Kumaras, Lord Kapila, the son of Devahuti, Swayambhu Manu, Prahlad Maharaj, Janak Maharaj, grandfather Bhishma, Bali Maharaj, Sukdev Goswami, and I myself know the real religious principles. My dear servants, this transcendental religious principle, which is known as Bhagavad dharma, or surrender unto the Supreme Lord and love for Him, is uncontaminated by the material modes of nature. It is very confidential and difficult for ordinary human beings to understand. But if by chance one fortunately understands it, he is immediately liberated and thus he returns home back to Godhead. So this is the purport of Srila Prabhupada. So Lord Brahma, Narada Muni, Lord Shiva, four Kumaras, Lord Kapila, the son of Mother Devahuti, Manu, Prahlad Maharaj, Janak Maharaj, Bhishma Dev, Bali Maharaj, Sukdev Goswami, Yamraj Maharaj. These are 12 Mahajanas. Right? So we'll stop over here. We'll see from 4.17 next time. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. If anyone any questions can ask. Okay, so no questions. We will stop over here. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavibhyo namo namaha.